The 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Olympics, plagued by bribery in terms of awarding the games, was marred by the infamous vote trading scandal. The complex scoring system in Olympic pairs skating affected two ice skaters pairs, the Russians and the Canadians. During the competition, the Canadian pair had what many believed to be a near perfect performance, while the Russian pair showed some very minor problems. However, when the results were tabulated, the Russians won the gold and the Canadians were deemed second best. Many claimed the judging was fixed, but that's to be expected in close competition. You see, this scandal might never have surfaced at all if it weren't for a confrontation in a hotel lobby following the competition. The French skating judge was approached by the head of the judging committee. The head judge demanded to know why the French judge voted the way she did. Then and there, the French judge admitted to voting for the Russians under pressure from the French Skating Federation. What? The pressure was applied by the president of the French Federation Ice Sports. The screaming match and admission were witnessed by an American judge, German, and Swedish officials. Interestingly, the French judge would later deny making this statement despite being witnessed by at least four parties. Now, the scandal blew up. Before the damage got out of control, the International Olympic Committee moved to award the Canadian pair a gold medal along with the Russian pair. Interesting solution. Olympic officials gathered to question both the French judge and her director. Now, the French judge denied being pressured and claimed she never made a deal with the Russians. She also claimed she was threatened by the head of the judge in the lobby. Interestingly, after a formal hearing, the French National Olympic Committee president did not back his people as strongly as might be expected. Did he suspect something? Then, in a change of mind, the French judge, who was initially accused and quickly denied her admission, again admitted she was pressured to vote for the Russians. Naturally, the Russian chairman of the Ice Dance Committee said he knew nothing of such a swap. The New York Times article later reported that a major figure in the Russian Mafia was taken into custody near his resort home. Allegedly, he offered bribes to French skating officials to curry favor with French Skating Federation officials in hopes of winning an extension for his expiring French visa. In the aftermath of the scandal, the French judges were suspended and barred from participation in the 2006 Olympics. Once we head down an unethical path, we all share in the consequences that may come our way, but the consequences can become more complex and long-lasting when we insist on denying responsibility for our actions. Adding to this mess was a shadowy figure with links to organized crime who was apparently guilty of offering bribes. Money attracts money, and power attracts power. The Russian Mafia guy used his money to buy influence. He really didn't care about the outcome of the Olympics or which country won or lost. Discovering patterns of unethical behavior in an organized sport requires either someone who is totally impartial or someone who believes sports aren't pure and that there are people who voluntarily do improper things to influence competition. We'll never be able to keep certain people from trying to peddle influence. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, I really do, but I think there's a fairly high probability that as these vote-swapping scandals have happened in the past, they're happening again and again, unless there is a radical overhaul of the judging systems. What is this IOC scandal about? Well, it would appear that just about everyone in the scandal was or had been on the take. When the judges act with bad intentions and are found out, they will always damage their reputations. It also can impact the outcomes and sully the awards or the winners. In the overall scheme of things, does a damaged reputation mean anything? I think so.